Every year at Inspiration Tokyo, millions of dollars in vintage clothing are bought and sold. Last year, the Bidstitch game witnessed a pair of Levi's sell for over $250,000. This year, we saw something even rarer.
Bidstitch game, we're at Mushroom's booth, and we just got called out. Our friend over here, what was your name? Mohsin,
Yeah.
the historian on all things denim. Let's start with this one, because
Wow.
you saw this and you were immediately like,
Dude,
hey.
I was completely blown away. So this actually is one of the earliest duck garments, Levi's duck garments I've ever seen. The arcuette is slightly different shape. Can you see it's got like bull horns on it. It's got a 3/16 going round. It's only got 2 rivets that are branded with like Levi's, which is quite different.
crazy.
Let's see if we can actually find them. There's like one of them there. Can you see? And it's a selvage duck, and what's amazing is that the selvage ID line is halfway on the waistband. This is actually before they invented the like serge or overlocker. All the seams were left raw.
Wow.
And it's only got one back pocket, 1 cinch. The belt loops came after 1922. This is immaculate.
This is crazy.
It's a crazy. But the arcuette is what's blown me away. I've never seen an arcuette on a Levi's garment like this.
Wow.
I don't think even like, sort of the Levi's have either.
Wow.
So it's very special. I shouldn't even touch it, it's that valuable.
I'm glad you mentioned Levi's. I'm curious, I know that there's a bit of a push and pull with Levi's and their archive acquisitions versus the secondary market and those folks trying to collect on their archive. You're someone that knows both sides. What are your thoughts?
Do you know what? I think with Levi's and any other design company, they try their hardest to buy things that they can afford, but half the time they can't buy things like this. So it takes a Slim Ganchi in Bangkok or a Brit Eaton who's a collector or whatever to like acquire it. So
do you think that's good or bad?
Well, I think it'll be good if they collect it, but some companies they can't afford it. And you know, this piece it should be in a Levi's archive, but I've only ever seen it for the first time here.
They are a big company. Do you think they do themselves a disservice by not?
But they, you know, their budgets are not as big as this. This is like what? 200K, 250K, probably more, 300, I don't know.
Maybe somewhere between 2 to 3, for
definitely.
sure.
Between 2 and 3, that's what it is. And they haven't got that kind of budget to buy a duck garment. They had to go to the Smithsonian 3 years ago to make a replica of their own garment.
Wow.
Even they don't have it.
That's crazy.
So they had to go somewhere else to look at it. So this is the oldest version I've seen. There's another version where the top stitch on the back pocket was slightly more like narrower. So it would have to take a Tracy Panic to help us really date it. But yeah, it's definitely one of the oldest ones that I've definitely the arcuette is completely different that I've ever seen. Originally, when Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis came up with the rivet, the very first garments they made was a duck garment. But literally within a few weeks or months, they went into indigo as well. So the original leather patch would have said duck and denim clothing at the same time. You can date it pretty easily just by the position of the leather patch itself or the patch itself. But yeah, it's single needle tailored. Even all the felled seams, you know, there's no felled seams yet, and all the seams are left raw. It's absolutely stunning, and it's got a leather back like sort of detail on the rivet as well. These are things that date it really quickly to the 1873 or 74 period. I've never seen that before.
What do you think that'd be for?
That would be for like an axe or a knife. I don't know. You know, it's like something easier to handle. Everything was made for a purpose back then. It was nothing was fashion. It would be interesting to examine the cotton quality, how much brown cotton is in it.
Why does that matter to you?
Well, actually, the earliest pants that we know about actually had traces of brown cotton or. So cotton comes in many different colors, and the brown one was more used for, I guess, slaves and more of a quality that was reserved for sort of cheaper labor.
Okay,
so they would use that quality to even make these duck garments.
Interesting.
So this duck garment most likely has traces of brown cotton as well.
Wow.
Like the earliest ones that we've come across, we found traces of brown cotton in the warp and in the weft.
When you say we, do you want to talk about a bit more about you and your line of work?
Oh, I'm a denim designer historian, 25 years. I've got a company called Endraime. We publish books as well. I'm a denim educator. I teach at London College of Fashion and St. Martin's. But yeah, I'm one of these people that educates and designs. I got my foot in both worlds. And we consult for cone mills and lots of denim mills as well on fabric. So how to make fabric.
I'm curious what you think about like the exorbitant pricing associated with acquiring a lot of these goods. Do you think the market's getting too juiced right now?
No, I think it's an exciting period to be in because more and more people are finding they're like discovering more and more pieces. Just in the last 10 years, things have been discovered. And the fact that we can come to an environment like this and you and I can look at it and touch it without wearing white gloves is quite astonishing.
Yeah, so, Tracy would be, her head would be spinning right now with those
I encourage
touchables.
my own students to even try things on, and I would, if I was allowed, I would trace that off and get a pattern off it straight away.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed, but if I could.
So obviously with the growing demand on some of these, now archival pieces of denim, I think that the way in which people are sourcing it is getting more and more risky. Some of them are being sourced via bandos, via abandoned houses.
Dude,
going into
I found things like this in recycling centers in Pakistan.
Really?
Moments away from being shredded. Moments away.
Wow.
So the amount of vintage that's coming through the system, most of it doesn't end up here. Most of it is still in abandoned buildings or down mine shafts or in someone's cupboard still.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Although we weren't able to speak with them at the event, these 1873 Levi's were owned by none other than the legend, Britt Eaton, and they were found in Tombstone, Arizona. Thus, they were given the name the Tombstone Levi's. They've since sold to an anonymous buyer for an undisclosed price. However, we can speculate that this was another record-breaking denim sale.
Bidstitch, it's hard.
Bidstitch.